Sri Sai Satcharitra, The Wonderful Life and Teachings of Shirdi Sai Baba, a modern rendering. Chapter 1. According to the ancient and revered custom, Hemadpant begins this work, the Sai Satcharitra, with salutations. First, he gives homage to Lord Ganesh, to remove all obstacles and make the work a success. And it is Sri Sai Baba that is Lord Ganesh. Next, to the goddess Saraswati, to inspire him to write the book, saying that Sri Sai Baba is one with the goddess, and that he himself is singing his own life. Then to the gods Brahma, Vishnu, and Shiva, the creating, sustaining, destroying deities, saying that Sri Sai Baba is one with them, and he, as the great teacher, will carry us across the river of worldly existence. Then to his protecting deity, Narayana Adinath, who manifested himself in Konkan, the land reclaimed from the sea by Parashuram, and to the Adi deity of his family. Then to Bharadvaja Muni, into whose clan he was born, and to the rishis, Yagnavalkya, Bhrigu, Parashara, Narda, Vedavyasa, Sanak, Sanandanan, Sanat Kumara, Shuka, Shaunak, Vishwamitra, Vashishta, Valmiki, Vamadeva, Jaimini, Vaishampayan, Nava, Yogindra, etc., as well as to the modern saints, Nivritti, Yanadev, Sopam, Muktabai, Janardhan, Eknath, Namadev, Tukaram, Kanha, Narahari. Then to his grandfather Sadashiv, his father Raghunath, his mother who left him in infancy, his paternal aunt who brought him up, and his loving elder brother. Then to the readers who he prays will give their whole undivided attention to this work. Then to his guru, Sri Sai Nath, an incarnation of Sri Dattatreya, who is his sole refuge, and who will make him realize that Brahman is the only reality, and the world is an illusion. Finally, to all beings in whom the Lord God dwells. Grinding wheat to stop the cholera epidemic. It was some time after 1910 when one fine morning I went to the masjid in Shirdi for darshan of Sai Baba. I was wonderstruck to see the following phenomenon. After washing his mouth and face, Sai Baba began to make preparations for grinding wheat. He spread a sack on the floor, then placed a hand mill there. He drew up his sleeves of his kafni and put a handful of wheat in the mill and started grinding it. I thought, what business does Baba have with grinding wheat when he possesses nothing, stores nothing, and lives on alms? Others had thought the same thing, but none had the courage to ask Baba what he was doing. Immediately as the news of Baba's grinding wheat spread into the village, men and women began to run to the masjid to watch Baba. 4 bold women forced their way up from the crowd and pushed Baba aside, forcibly taking the handle in their hands, and started grinding wheat and singing about Baba's leelas. At first Baba was enraged, but then seeing the women's love and devotion, he was much pleased and began to smile. While they were grinding, the women wondered what Baba was going to do with the big quantity of flour, as Baba lived on alms. He had no house, no property, no children, none to look after, and did not require any flour for making roti. They thought that perhaps Baba would distribute the flour among them, as he was very kind. After they finished grinding, they put aside the hand mill and divided the flour into 4, and each began to take some. Baba, who was calm and quiet up until now, became wild and started abusing them, saying, "Ladies, have you gone mad? Whose father's property are you looting? Have I borrowed any wheat from you so that you can safely take it now? Now please do this. Take the flour and throw it along the village borders." On hearing this, the women felt ashamed, and whispering among themselves, left to go to the outskirts of the village and spread the flour as Baba directed. I asked people of Shirdi, why did Baba do this? They replied that the cholera epidemic was spreading in the village, and this was Baba's remedy against it. It was not wheat being ground, but the cholera itself was being ground and pushed out of the village. From that time onward, the epidemic subsided, and the people of the village were happy. I was much pleased to know all this, but at the same time my curiosity was aroused. I began to ask myself, what earthly connection is there between wheat flour and cholera? How is it related? The incident seemed inexplicable. I thought I should write something about this and wanted to sing about Baba's sweet leelas to my heart's content. Thinking in this way about this leela, my heart was filled with joy, and I was inspired to write Baba's life, the Sai Satcharitra. As we know, with Baba's grace and blessing, this work was successfully completed. The inner mechanism of Baba's grinding. Apart from the meaning that the people of Shirdi made of this incident of grinding wheat, we think there was also a philosophical significance. Sai Baba lived in Shirdi for almost 60 years, and during this long period he did the business of grinding almost daily. However, it was not wheat alone, but the sins, the mental and physical afflictions and miseries of his innumerable devotees. The 2 stones of his mill consisted of karma and bhakti. Karma being the lower stone, and bhakti the upper one. The handle with which Baba worked the mill was jnana. It was Baba's firm conviction that knowledge or self-realization is not possible as a prior act unless there was a grinding of all our impulses, desires, and karmas, as well as the 3 gunas, sattva, raja, and tamas, and ahamkara, the ego, which is so subtle and therefore so difficult to remove. This reminds us of a story of Kabir, who, seeing a woman grinding corn, said to his guru, "I am weeping because I feel the agony of being crushed in the wheel of worldly existence, like the corn in the handmill." His guru replied, "Do not be afraid. Hold fast to the handle of knowledge as I do. Do not wander far from that, but turn inward to the center, and you are sure to be saved." Pranams to Sri Sai. Peace be to all.
You've been listening to a modern rendering of Hemadpant's The Sri Sai Satcharitra, The Wonderful Life and Teachings of Shirdi Sai Baba, edited and narrated by Monika Penukonda. For more content like this online, please go to divinelineage.org, SaiFamily.org, and peacefires.org. To learn more about Monika, please go to MonikaPenukonda.org.